Hey guys, thanks for tuning back into the channel, and today on Cowboy Lifestyle in Whisky Gap, we're going to be doing a tour of the Gap House. This is where I currently live. It's the only remaining structure and house that's still standing in the town, or the ghost town of Whisky Gap. So it's the one of the original structures, and it's the only last standing structures. So we're going to go and take a tour of the outside and the inside and of the garage and show you what life is like in Whisky Gap, Alberta. Here we go, guys. This house was probably built, I don't have any exact history on the house, but we're guessing it's probably built in the late 1920s, 1930s. Over the years, of course, there's renovations, improvements, but overall it is an aged house. It does need some work and some renovations. Structurally, it's in really good shape. So most of the stuff is cosmetic, but some stuff, is getting a little bit more complicated in terms of the deterioration. So that's got to be addressed. Currently, right now, I am renting the house. We are talking about a possible purchase, so that may be another surprise video down the road. For now, I'm just concentrating on my business here in Whisky Gap, clearing the land that I bought that's on the west side down the road there, and making my life, fulfilled here in Carson County and in the ghost town of Whisky Gap. So you can see my equipment in the driveway, the good old 6.0, and then the good old Volvo. And then I got the side-by-side and then the ATV and the dirt bike. They're kind of kicking in the back. But let's do an exterior shot, and then we're going to go inside and do a walk-through tour of the entire house. So starting with the exterior, guys, if you're thinking this looks like a church, well, it was a church. It's a very small church. It was a Catholic church. This structure was moved, and I'm not sure any of the timelines, was probably moved into Whisky Gap. It was down on one of those lots that's pointing west there. Probably in the 1960s, 1970s, they were going to start a Catholic church here, but unfortunately there was not enough members to make it go. One of the gentlemen that I know that was born and raised in Whisky Gap purchased the church for about $100, but he thought he bought the land with it, but the guy who he bought it off of says, no, you just bought the church. So he was looking at getting rid of it, and the owner of this house was looking at expanding it and putting an addition on it. So they got talking, and they says, why not just make a foundation and move the church on the property, and there's my expansion, there's my room there's my room that I wanted to build. And so they made a deal, and for, I believe he told me, around $200, he grabbed a tractor and drug it on top of the foundation that they made. Apparently the foundation wasn't quite it wasn't quite as big as it should have been, so they had to kind of do a little bit more. So anyway, the addition is a church moved from a small little hamlet down west of Whisky Gap called Jefferson, and it's been part of this house probably since the 70s sometime. So we're going to go and see it. It is a game rooms right now. But anyway, that says the exterior, and then the porch and sunroom is off the side, and that's the main entrance. But if we go around here, you'll see that it's all siding and with a metal roof. It's in good shape, but it does need soffit and needs a little bit of extra work. So that's kind of where we're going to be needing it. And of course, it's going to need a little bit of, around the foundations and everything. But going through the side here, this is where you'll see the dining room. Off the dining room, you get a bathroom, the kitchen, and then that last window there is my bedroom, and then that little extension piece will be the walk-in closet. So again, it's got a metal roof, and yeah, the side of it here is. Now, This isn't the full lot. The gentleman who owns the house does keep it all cut. I'll be taking over that job, but this would have been a separate lot on this side with the same house built here throughout the years while the town was flourishing. So basically where you see the trees, that would have been the property line. So it's, you know, about maybe 5 feet from the house that you'll get as a property. So the property is really nice. It's got some kind of short tree bushes here. Yeah, let's go take a walk down here and then we'll continue the rest of the house. So just rolling hills. Sometimes you'll see cows in the pastures and the like, lots of birds. That's one thing I got to address, kind of making a mess of the house. But anyway, it's a nice tranquil backyard. It's in pretty good shape. Then we have the old garage, which was a garage that could have a vehicle in it, but since they took the garage door down and put a front fascia. So as you can tell, the back here is needing some work. It doesn't have siding. It used to have a window up at the upper level. That now has been taped off. So it's going to need some siding and some wood and, you know, just general repair work. Here is the, basically the well water and then the well. So right here would be a nice back porch that you can exit, go through that door. That back room there, we're going to go show you. It's a mechanical room, laundry room, and everything else. But it's got kind of a deep step and a big berm here and everything. So we'll go in the garage a little bit later on. There's my quad. It's got a fouled plug, so it doesn't want to start right now. That's going to be a better day job. Right now it's a little bit colder. So as we go to the rear of the exterior, finishing that, we've got this part of the house here. The bottom floor is the sunroom. Right now it's not heated. It's more of a, you know, an addition with a sunroom, and then you have the 2 bedrooms and bathroom upstairs, which we'll go take a tour. So that's going to bring us into the driveway here. And again, right now just grass and everything, but if I do end up getting it, definitely putting in a full gravel driveway inside. So, and then we just keep walking here and then past the driveway. Again, double car driveway, leads out to 501. If you go east in that direction, you're going to hit Saskatchewan. That's where I go to get the mail, Del Bonita, and then going to Lethbridge and to McGrath as well. And then most of the times I just head out west, going into Cardston for business and my daily goods. So we are now going to enter into the Gap House to do the inside tour where everybody's waiting and watching to see. All right, guys, we got the basic porch here again. A lot of improvements make if I do end up getting the house. I'm gonna leave my boots out because I just stepped into some big mud, and then we'll come out here later and kind of clean them up. But anyway, guys, let's go in to the Gap House. As you can see, we've got a really nice front entrance. It's not heated, it's not part of the house. Like I said, we will talk a little bit about that. This addition is separate from the HVAC furnace, so it doesn't get the heat. And right now there's kind of like a blanket going from the house into this addition. So that's got to be addressed. But anyway, guys, this is kind of the opening where you'd have the door. Here, I'll give you a couple of views, but when you walk in, this is what you see. I kind of tidied it up a bit. You got the big bay window out there. You've got the entrance, just wood floor for now. And then from this side here, you've got the front entrance. Hang my coat, my boots, my shoes, carpet, and everything else. So that's it. It does have a beautiful window. You can kind of see outside, see the driveway and everything. It's a little bit dirty. The birds like to kind of do their business on the window, which I am going to change. Well, guys, now we're at the favorite part of my house, which is the addition church, which is the game room and pool table. This is a beautiful, beautiful room. It's really nice. Unfortunately, like I said, it's not heated, but it is very functional. And during the spring and summer, it's just awesome in here. You've got a fireplace, wood mantle, you got a brick upper level for, you know, putting some display stuff on it. The windows are stained glass. They do need to be repaired. That one is broken, and then again this one here, they've got some corrugated plastic on the outside just to keep the wind out. but as you can see, it's got some nice attribute. The floors do need refinishing. They're kind of beat up. Again, they had carpet surrounding the floor, if you can see that, and then it was ripped up, so you got some glue residue and everything, so that's got to be fixed. It's got a foosball table here. I'd put my entertainment system to watch TV eventually, but isn't that a beautiful front entrance? The woodwork has come from the grain elevators. When they were tearing down, they put the wall there. So a lot of the grain has embedded inside of the wood and made that beautiful, beautiful pattern. It's just gorgeous. Fireplace is working, although I haven't put it on yet. And then of course I like to shoot some pool as well. So as you can tell, when you come into the house, you've got a very beautiful, beautiful room. We're gonna go on the other side and check it out and then talk about the loft that's just above on the other side. Well guys, here we go. Here's on the looking from the other side of the entrance. You've got the loft. Now you can't stand on the loft, but it does have some little small stairway to go up. You could have a recliner and a library up there. Those are all shelves. That would be very cool, especially on some stormy nights. You've got, like I said, the beautiful church windows that are all stained glass, and then the wood surround trim and the pool table. So it is beautiful. Like I said, it is really well done in here. Entertaining friends, family, and everything. Would be an awesome game room and everything else. Now, going through that entrance, that's the blanket that separates the game room church from the actual house. Like I said, due to the heat loss, and it's not heated in here through the vents. Those are separate from that furnace, which is no longer operating, just to cut down on the heating bill. The owner who owned the house never really used this and hasn't rented out in a while, so just to keep the heat down, that's why that is there, for no other reason other than just, like I said, to keep the house a little bit more insulated. So, but anyway, guys, let's go through this room and we'll show you the beautiful dinette kitchen. If I do end up getting the house, that blanket would come down and I'd put a nice set of French doors to go over there. I think that would look really, really good. So let's enter the kitchen. And here we go, guys. We are in the dining room. It wasn't the kitchen. I mentioned the kitchen when I finished recording the last scene, but this is our dining room. And of course, it's making due to a computer room right now. That's my bedroom through that door there beside the picture. But I will go and explain a little bit about what's going on here. I've only been here a little bit less than a month, so I'm just in the middle of transitioning to how I want this set up. But here is the kitchen right off the game room, off that church extension. It is a little bit retro. I went with the 1960s look due to the fact that it's still 1960s. It has a really nice pattern. Not too keen of the color. I think if I were to buy it, I think I'd paint the bottom part of that white, the trim white, and then the walls, I think I'd go to a blue, like a baby blue or something. Of course, I will have to see if that's possible if, in about 6 months from now, if I decide to purchase the place. But when you come in, this is where I enter, and this is kind of where I gravitate towards all my computer work, my printer, my internet, which is working really slow because of the system we have here. And then there's my YouTube channel and everything else. But off of the kitchen, we have the bathroom. Now the bathroom is going to be the most in need of a renovation, but we'll go and talk about that, and it's still functional, which is the main thing. And here is the bathroom. We have a stand-up shower. That there right now is carrying some floor tile again. It's in the middle of renovation, but as you can tell, the walls are in need of desperate work. It's got a beautiful hot tub, and I have used it. It is amazing. It's still really good. Just close your eyes, put some music on and everything. So the toilet is in the back there. And again, like I said, the wallpaper and everything's crumbling down and the paint's starting to peel due to the moisture and everything. It's just an old house, but it is functional. Everything works good, hot, heat, and everything. We've got the mirror there, the sink, the old doors, and then the original hardwood floors, which again need refinishing. So if I were to say anything, this room is in desperate need of the most renovations, which would probably be one of a costly thing. The rest is basically just a little bit of paint and accessories. But Going off of that, we're gonna go head on to the office with a walk-in closet, which is temporarily my bedroom. And here is my bedroom. Right now it's off the main floor. As you can see, it goes into the kitchen area. I have a beautiful view of the west. So I don't see the sun coming out at night. I just see it kind of set, but I go to bed when it's really dark. But anyway, there's my bed for now. And then I've got a couple pictures hung up. I found this nice cool picture at the thrift store, which I thought was really good. It makes it really nice. Only plans, and there's a walk-in closet. I got all my stuff in there right now. I'm not really gonna go do a tour of that, just a closet with clothes hanging up. This eventually is gonna become my office. So, you know, it's definitely just needs a good fresh coat of paint. It's got some really 1960s floor design. So I'd put a new floor in there and call it a day. But yeah, guys, that's my bedroom. I'll give you another look from the other side. So there's my chair and then the door. So it's very peaceful, quiet, and a nice place to have a good night's sleep. Well, guys, now that we've come out of my bedroom, again, this is my main living space. We're gonna go into the kitchen. Now the kitchen is really nice. We got some really nice overhead lights on here. And we've got an oven that fits inside, you know, the cabinet. Then we have a gas stove top and very nice floor and kitchen. So this is kind of where I kind of do all my stuff. It's got some nice shelving here. Now this would have been one of the entrance ways, but right now that extension, it's being used as a storage room right now. Most of this stuff is not mine, it's the landlord's, but this would be the sunroom. And this is where you'd have that's where you'd come into the front entrance. But so far this is just the sunroom, and again, it's just a storage. But once you take all those corrugated panels off, you have just screens, and you'd have a beautiful view. So again, that's kind of where I'm going to keep with the theme of this house. But anyway, the kitchen is really functional. It's really clean and it's really nice. So the only thing it needs is, you know, updated cupboards. Those I can paint eventually and make it look good. We'll go over here and just kind of give you the panoramic view. So this is what it looks like. Love that oven in there. It's really fancy. Got a good sink. Again, that is it. So just a basic kitchen, but it's in really good shape, other than if you wanted to kind of improve on the you know, the style of it and the color. Doesn't really need much more than that. So let's go and show you the back room here. This is the addition that was put on the house recently, and this is what you're gonna see. Gonna be more of a mechanical laundry room. Well, guys, as we head through the kitchen, we go through the back room here. This would have been an addition that was built. In this addition, we have the washer, dryer, a tub sink. This is where I keep the chemicals. And then we've got the back door, which goes into the shed garage, which that'll be one of the last ones we do. We've got, basically is where I keep my shoes and everything. Like I said, again, most of the stuff is his. We got just spare stuff. It's more of a mechanical room. It needs a bit of work. Like I said, doesn't have flooring and stuff like that, just hardwood, but the ceilings are in good shape. All the electrical works, as you can see. We got the lights and everything, so that looks good. We got an extra door there. And then if I open this door, it goes to the backyard. And then there's the old garage in your backyard. It's very peaceful. And that's it. But yeah, it's just basically laundry room and everything. But it's a quite functional area if you make it useful. And that's it. Let's go downstairs, and then that'll be a real quick one, because just a small basement with the hot water and the furnace. And guys, let's go down into the basement. It's actually quite nice for a house that's, you know, basically 100 years old. It's in really good shape. And here it is. Just a small basement. Like I said, it's got the furnace, hot water tank. It's got some old cupboards, and then there's the basically just the foundation around it. So this was just dug here just to keep the mechanical room all intact. But it did have windows at one time, Probably will replace the windows if I end up buying it, but that's basically it. It's looking good, but the water does come in the basement sometimes, so that's where the pump comes in. But it's not deep, it just pools a little bit. But since it does drain, that's good. And then we got the old staircase leading back up to the top, which let's go up back to the main floor and do the upstairs. And that basically concludes the tour of the house. Okay, everybody, we're gonna go upstairs and take a look. As you can see, it's kind of a small, tight staircase that goes right up to the top. But yeah, let's go upstairs. And this used to be a window up here, but again, it was blocked, and then they taped it off just so they do not lose extra heat. But this is basically it. It's very small. It's kind of like, you know, slanted roofs. So let's go take a look at the first room. Let's turn some lights on. And again, that's there. The window is working and it's fine. That's just for extra insulation because nobody was living here. They just wanted to block it off. But as you can tell, the wallpaper needs to be redone or removed, and then putting in, well, those are just plugins. But anyway, this is the one small room. And it is small, but it's good. If you had a single bed in here and, you know, just a small dresser, would be a functional room for, you know, just a night's stay. But that is the one of 2 bedrooms upstairs. And yeah, it's got a lot of potential. But turning around here, you got the banister. There's where you go. So you come up here and you go through here. Here just would be like a storage room. Not sure if there's a light in here or not. Probably not. I'll have to throw one in. But anyway, it's just another exterior part of the house. Probably put a light in there and just have some storage, Christmas or, you know, seasonal stuff. This is a toilet. This does need some work. This is the bathroom. Again, it's got really good, it's a tub. The toilet works, it's just got to be installed. It's got some really cool wallpaper on it. I probably would just bring the, what's it called? The tiles all the way up and then change that window out. That's basically it. Here you go. And then coming out of the bathroom, you go back into the hallway. It goes to down, and then this would be the master bedroom, which again needs a lot of work. We've got the original hardwood floor underneath the vinyl siding. Let's go take a look outside. Again, needs a little bit, and we'll do a panoramic here. So we got the nice lights. Kind of retro-y. Again, all the walls need to be kind of stripped down. Maybe some parts new drywall and everything. There's the door and then the floor. So again, some ideas I had with it is put a nice electric fireplace in here, have a nice little sitting room here, the bed over here, and then you'd have a really nice cozy bedroom. You know, if you have guests or whatever and you don't want to, you need to kind of escape from them, you've got this area here. But yeah, that's basically the Gap House, guys. It's a pretty cool place to be. Like I said, a lot of bones are good. It just needs a little bit of TLC. You know, this stuff is old. You know, I really like this wallpaper kind of, you know, but it's getting old and it's in need of repairs. So we're going to go downstairs. We're going to go head out to the garage and just kind of go around it a little bit and then show you guys what it's like, and then conclude the video. Well, guys, now that we're on back of the house, or back on the side of the house, we're going to go through a little bit. I left this guy in the trailer just because I got to give her a wash, and so I'm not going to bring it up and down off of the trailer when I have to haul it into town. But here is the shed garage. Now this shed is about 100 years old. I saw some pictures of it in 1932 and it was standing then. At that point in time though, the front door and the front window weren't there. It was actually a garage. You could see the components inside the garage, but it did park a vehicle in here, probably something like a Ford Model T, Model A, and then the lights there. But as you could tell, she's very weathered. but has a lot of nice features. One of the original windows in it. And it just looks really good. My objective with this would be just to keep it the way it is. Just maybe fix it structurally and just make sure it doesn't fall apart, but have that vintage old garage look. I think it just blends into the landscape a lot better. And that's it. But let's go on inside. Again, a lot of material from the previous owner when he does maintenance around here, extra siding and material, but I do have my stuff in there as well. And we're going to take a peek of the Gap garage. Oh, look at that Escavarna. Yeah, that's my baby dirt bike. So again, there's a lot of stuff in here. When the weather's good, the object is to clear everything out, give it a good sweep up, clean it out, organize it, and then we'll be able to park things and, you know, utilize the garage a lot better. But this is it. As you could tell, this was the old garage door brackets and runners. And then we've got the old window there. And then this is my tool case. Again, it's been just too cold to really work comfortably in here, but probably in the next few weeks, maybe definitely by the end of the month, we're going to, you know, be able to come in here and spend a whole day's work out here and have a really nice time. So you'll see it as I do my vlogs and my film, how well this is going to come along. Again, you'll see me taking care of the property. You'll see me developing the property that I bought, and then we'll have a good discussion on living the cowboy life out in southern Alberta, right next door to Montana. So anyway, guys, that concludes the garage tour. Let's go and wrap up the video. Well, guys, that concludes the tour of the Gap house here in Whisky Gap. Again, I'm just renting it for now, looking at purchasing it probably in about 6 to 8 months from now, seeing how everything goes. But yeah, if you liked the video and you liked the series, My Cowboy Life in Whisky Gap, stay tuned for more adventures in this series. Again, you're going to see more in and out, more jobs around the house and just general tasks. And plus you're going to see the actual land that I bought, how we clear it, and analyze my next steps in making something happen there. But anyway, guys, if you're new to the channel, hit like, hit subscribe, and we will catch you on the next episode of Core Daddy Motorsports. You guys stay loose for now.